Welcome back to Toledo's most local 9 a.m. show, Good Day.
So Toledo has secrets, and some of those secrets live far below the street level of downtown Toledo.
We're talking pedestrian tunnels, some of which are still in use today, and Tim Miller is taking us there this morning.
And he joins us today.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tim, first things first, Tim, what do you dip your chicken nuggets in?
Oh, you know, I heard about the whole ketchup thing. I don't like dipping nuggets in ketchup, but my kids always did.
But they always did.
Until they got a little bit older, went to the ranch and other things. But it's definitely a thing.
Okay.
So no
Thank
shaming
you,
of
Tim.
Kaylee here.
Okay.
But it's not, I don't prefer.
But it's not your thing.
Barbecue sauce and like a honey mustard are probably my favorite.
Ooh,
Okay. All right.
okay.
Fair enough.
I don't like ranch. I shouldn't have even said that.
Oh, gosh.
People come
You
after
live
me
in the
for
Midwest,
that.
sir.
I'm a blue cheese guy, so.
I like blue cheese too. All right, so let's talk about the tunnel.
Yes.
Speaking of food,
Taking us there.
there's some, you can go and grab some lunch down
You
under the
can.
ground.
Yeah, this all started, my wife used to work for HCR Manor Care when we first moved here about almost 20 years ago now, and she was there, and one time took me down there because there were some more restaurants and shops down there, but I wanted to find out more about these tunnels. They basically run along Summit Street and even go under Summit Street as well. So we kind of, the approach we took for our story here was if you have business to do downtown, or maybe you want to take the kids to the Imagination Station, you can stay out of the weather. Let's face it, it's windy downtown, it's cold, it's breezy, it rains a lot, not just downtown, but everywhere. So this is a way where you can park and then you can go in these underground tunnels. Now they're not dark and dingy like you might think a tunnel would be.
Yeah.
Almost kind of seems like a mall from
Yeah.
the 80s, right?
Absolutely seemed like a shopping mall.
Right, and here are the two businesses they really do have right now. You've got Fakasha's Market, of course Fakasha's on the other side of Summit Street, but they have sandwiches you can get there, obviously smoothies, ice cream even, and you know, bags of chips and things like that.
Like convenience store type of stuff.
Convenience store,
Okay.
and they have LaSalle cleaners there too, which is good for anyone doing business. But we ran into more people, you can see them here walking around than we thought. A lot of people don't know about these tunnels. It used to be part of the City Walk, CITI walk. Remember we had some crossovers over Summit Street where you could walk over them. The city took those down, so that was part of it. But look at this great like seating place to have
cafeteria down
lunch.
there.
Oh, wow.
We talked to this family who was just leaving the Imagination Station. He said the kids would have been cranky if we were outside because it was kind of a chilly March day when we were there. They parked and walked underground in these tunnels. This is Betsy Uvagi. She's from Connect Toledo, really trying to get more attention to these former City Walk tunnels. And you can see the old murals here. There's an old Tarta bus one. And my first thought was, oh, they really need to update these. But then I thought, this is kind of Toledo history here, right?
It is. It's
COSI
very
was on one of the murals. Of course, that's what Imagination Station years ago used to be. And there's the little steps to the left there that go up to Summit Street. So you technically are underground here in these tunnels.
And then, as you mentioned, though, so you don't, if you want to go to Imagination Station and park, on the other side of things is where you get to the parking garage.
Yes, there's the Vistula parking garage, Summit and Cherry. It's the one that has the big like artwork, the red and white art
candy,
sculpture.
I think it's called?
Yes, I think it's called, you're right. And that's a great place to park. And then you actually walk under Summit Street. You can't really hear the cars or anything above you, but you walk under and then you kind of make a right turn and you go right to Imagination Station. And it really is a great way to access. You know, I think some people are intimidated by downtowns, like where are we gonna park, things like that. But you can park at Vistula. You can completely stay with a roof over your head, go underground, walk across, and it's really some great areas. And it's kind of a shame that some of these businesses have closed over the years. There was a barber shop that we walked past. There was even like a dessert place, which I would have stopped to get something.
Yeah,
Jerry's Heavenly Sweet was there, and they moved across to UT.
But the remnants of it are still there. So you're kind of like, oh, I wish I could just grab something to eat right now.
Get a little snack.
Yeah, and think of the people who work, say, at Fifth Third Bank at 1 Seagate there or 4 Seagate. It's a great place for them to go down and kind of get away, or maybe have a business lunch, things like that. So Connect Toledo would love more people to use these, and even businesses to say, hey, maybe I'll set up shop here, because they're doing all that work there on the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
So the river is really going to take off in the next couple of years, I think.
That's
so
true.
Well,
try
I would
these
love
tunnels
it.
to get out of the bad weather sometimes.
We did it for the first time yesterday.
You guys went yesterday.
Because we walk on our lunch break every day, and it was drizzly and rainy.
It was
and so
yucky.
we said, why don't we go check check these out because I had never been down there before. In all these years, working down here a dozen years,
Right.
I've been like, I don't know how to get in, and I felt nervous about it. But there's entry points at the Fifth Third building.
Right.
Also the Renaissance Imagination Station.
For Seagate, if you have
For
business over
Seagate,
there.
That's right.
and the garage. So
What did you guys think?
I thought it was awesome.
It was nice. It was funny because our director, Tim Manor, was the one that was kind of guiding us. So
Yeah.
we kind of played
Right.
along with Plus Show, said, Tim is taking us there, but it's Tim is taking us there today.
Yeah, because we call him Tim because when he and I both worked on the morning, it
Yes.
was confusing
Yeah.
when someone would say, "Hey Tim," we would both turn around. But it's really cool. So if you even for like exercise, like think
Exactly.
of pushing a baby
Yeah.
stroller.
It's just
the
like mall
weather's
walking.
terrible. It's like mall walking.
Yes, and I thought that. I said, where has this been all winter?
Yeah. Right, and there's some pretty cool
been there.
murals here. This is closer to the Imagination
Yeah,
Station side
these
of
are
things.
really
but,
nice.
it's kind of a blast of Toledo's past, but it's also, they're always, Connect Toledo's always looking to, increase interest in downtown Toledo, and there are some business opportunities there for sure.
So if you're one of them, hey.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
Tim, I
right.
got to ask, we got about 30 seconds left. Where are you taking us next?
Okay, we are putting the finishing touches on the American Civil War Museum of Ohio down in Tiffin.
Oh.
We were there recently. I'm a big Civil War and history
Yeah.
buff, and they have a great collection down there. Some very interesting things. I'll tease you because there's a huge flag that they got a hold of. There was like a big luggage case that someone said, "Hey, would you like this for your museum?" By the way, we have this American flag that flew over some northern headquarters during the war. Are you
Wow.
interested? They're like, "Of course we are." So that's featured prominently, and
Okay.
it's tattered at the bottom. It's really made it through the war, which was really cool.
Wow.
So that it's a great thing to show off. And Tiffin talks a lot about their history too.
So if you want to see all
Yes.
the full story with the tunnels and then look forward to this, you can download WTOL 11 Plus on your TV to watch for free there, but it's also on our website, YouTube.
WTOL.com
Yeah.
and on YouTube. We've had a lot of people watching the tunnels
Yeah.
on our YouTube page.
It's on your
Nice.
phone.
So-
Just take it with you like a podcast.
Right, and it's a free download. We always
Yeah.
say this WTOL 11 Plus free download on your TV. So go ahead and check it out.
Beautiful.
Makes a
Tim,
difference.
thanks.
Thanks for taking us there, Tim.
I'm glad you guys were.
Well, after the break on Toledo's most fun, local, and positive 9 a.m. show.
It's car show season. Ooh, this is a nice one. And one of the first is in Adrian, Michigan tomorrow. Laura Sandlin checks out some fine rides when Good Day returns.